Hi all, and welcome to my website status tutorial. It's just a basic tutorial written in PHP that'll let you know if your website is online or offline. It's an easy maintenance script for a very small website. It's not supposed to be used for something very large, but if that's the case, then maybe just use something like a PHP include file. Okay, so basically this is what it's going to look like at the moment. It's not very secure, there's no administration page or nothing. So basically we've got just a small header up here, administration file, small combo box with null, yes, no, very simple toggle site status, so whatever this is set to, work or not. Is the website offline? This is at the moment I've included it into a text file, so it reads from the text file and includes that onto the page here. And then we've also got a small test the script page. So when we click on that, it'll take us to our test.php page. If it's online, it'll go to online.php and say website online. If it's offline, we'll just change that. It'll say no, and then it'll go to our offline.php page. Now this is normally good if you ever need to take it down to do changes. If not, it's there if you ever need it. Okay, so let's look at our coding for a little bit. Obviously that's going to say yes or no. Reload it, yes. Okay, so we're going to have 5 files: our index.php, test.php, online.php, offline.php, and option.txt. Now what I want you to do is create these 5 files, and then for our option.txt file, put yes or no, because this will be the basic function of the whole script. Save it, close it, don't really need it once it's already edited. Now we've got our offline.php file. As you can see, it's not really, there's nothing to it. It can also be a HTML file, but PHP is just for the consistency of this tutorial. So website offline, just to let you know. Same with the online, instead of offline, it's online. Okay, now first I'll probably explain the index.php file first, because if I explain the test.php, then I'll probably be going backwards first. Okay, so first just set up a like as normal blank HTML page. Then we've got our open with the PHP tags, and then next either you can or you don't have to have error underscore reporting to null. It's only there because I kept on getting a few errors, and at the moment my PHP isn't my strong point. I'm actually going through the code at the moment instead of writing it from scratch, because it's a lot more easier for me at the moment to explain rather than just do it the other way. Okay, so next we have to set the file that's to be read. So $ file name equals option quotation mark option.txt quotation mark semicolon. See, this is where our txt file comes into play. It can also be another file, but txt is a lot more easier to work with because don't really need any settings for it. On the next line, $ new data equals $ underscore post square bracket apostrophe status apostrophe square bracket and semicolon. This is just to set for our form, just to see if it's been posted or not. If not, then it won't be execute the script. Now I've got a couple of comments here. Checkbox has been left blank. If it has, then the script dies and reloads. That's just the null value already entered, which is not really needed either, but it's there to have some sort of validation set point. Okay, see, now this is where we have our new data. So if the new data is not equal to blank, then write the script. So first we have open file, $FW, so file write equals file F open, bracket dash dollar sign file name, comma, apostrophe W apostrophe, close the brackets there. W stands for write. If you ever need to read it, just put R, but in this case we're only writing to it. And then after that, put or die. Sorry, where am I? Brackets, apostrophe, could not open file, exclamation mark, apostrophe, bracket, semicolon. So that's just saying if it can't open the file, then the script has to die. Another more comments. Just write the file, added strip slashes to new data. A lot of this validation isn't needed for stripping the slashes because there's no input for the check combo boxes as they're already set. So anyway, okay, let's move on to $FB equals F write brackets $FW comma strip slashes, so that's already explained. After that, F close bracket $FW end bracket semicolon. So that's closing the file and closing the file write. So after the file is open, no, then we've got a little bit of extra about opening the file and reading it, so we can close it and write to it. So first we have $FH equals F open bracket $file name, comma, quotation R, quotation, end bracket. So now we're reading the file. Or die bracket could not open file. So that's another validation to see if the script can run or not. Next we have to have our $data equals F read, so file read, brackets $FH comma file size, and then we have our file name, close that, or die, so we need to just check if the file name is and the file size is all so close the file, F close bracket $FH bracket semicolon. Now we need to submit our form, so we just echo the form. So first we just have a small text saying administration file, and just add a paragraph to it. There doesn't need to be an end paragraph, but you can have it if you need to. So first we'll have our form action equals apostrophe $_server script name. I'm pretty sure I've looked into it. It's not the best conventional idea to put that, but I did just for local purposes. You can simply remove that as well, and it'll simply go to the page that it's on. And then we need to set it as a method equals post. Next, now we need to set our combo box. So first we can put select name equals apostrophe status apostrophe. Style is not needed, but you can put it there if you need to. Next line is option value equals apostrophe apostrophe, and then close that. Now that is setting our first value to null, so if the script is equal to that, then it won't work. Next line is value is set to yes, so that's our yes option, and a value is set to no. I shouldn't have to explain too much about this code because some idea should be set around it. Next is just a small button confirmation for fly status comment, just to let the user know what it does. Now we're going to have our first submit button. Input type equals submit, name equals change, value toggle site status. Then the next is a hidden button. Now if you don't know what that does, it's a button that is hidden, and it's used for scripts to just check if if it's not activated, then the script won't run unless the button's been clicked. So close off the PHP and yes. Then we're just going to have small text on the bottom is a website online. use a small PHP include here with the option.txt that just includes the file. Then we're going to have a small link to our test.php page. Target equals underscore blank, so it opens into a new tab or window. And then just close off that HTML page. It's not really too advanced, and it's not really basic. It's sort of in between there. So yeah, so that's our index.php file. Next we have our test.php file. It doesn't really need a title, doesn't really need anything. We can just type that as testing if you ever stop the script on that page. Open the body tags, set the file PHP, open the PHP tags, and then put $file equals the same as your option.txt file. On the next line we'll have $fh equals f open bracket $file comma apostrophe r apostrophe as bracket and semicolon. Then we'll have our next line, which is $option equals fred fred bracket $fh comma file size bracket $file bracket semicolon. After that we'll have our fclose bracket $fh close the bracket and $. I'll just simply explain what that basically did. So it opens the file, reads what it is. Once it's read that, it closes the file and keeps it basically into a small memory. And then while it's got that there, if bracket $option is equal to yes, which is what equals mean, then it'll open the squiggly bracket header bracket apostrophe location column online.php apostrophe bracket semicolon. So if it's equal to yes, it'll change the location of the page to online.php. Otherwise, close the squiggly bracket, else squiggly bracket header bracket apostrophe location column offline.php apostrophe bracket semicolon and squiggly bracket. So if it's equal to yes, it'll go to online.php, otherwise it'll go to offline.php. Close off the script with a question mark and the diagonal bracket and close off your page. Okay, so that's basically just a small script that I wrote up. So if you enjoy it, then feel free to comment and let me know on how I can improve the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.